Got a little rain last night. Storm blew through. Going through a drought here, but this should solve it a little bit. Hey guys, it's DJ Wonder Chrissy, and we're here today. It's a Sunday morning, beautiful Sunday morning, and I'm here to talk about auto industry. Anyone that's been watching the channel knows that I go to the car shows and enjoy the classic cars, enjoy the iconic cars. Just love them, love them, love them. But anyway, I'm going to bring you some insider information, what's been going on in the car industry, in case you haven't been keeping up. Let's start out with my favorite, but anyway, Ford, right? Hey, the company that recall is job one, right? Everyone knows that. They're laying off some more salaried workers in the U.S. They're not saying how many. I just read an article that said they just let go a bunch of contract workers also on Friday. So they're cutting heads mainly in the gas-powered unit. If you don't know, about a year ago they split into EV and traditional cars. So they were running a deficit in the traditional cars, and they're doing what they need to do to slash the cost. So they're doing that. They also issued, they issued another recall. The DOT, the Department of Transportation, is opening an investigation because the recall they just issued is a recall of another issue. So whatever they did to fix it made it worse in a couple of cases potentially. That's with the Ford Explorer. So if you've got a Ford Explorer, you might want to check that one out. Something to do with the drivetrain and kind of engaging itself. Reminds me, I think it was early 2000s where they had problems with the Explorer and putting tires that were not rated properly for it. They used to call it the Exploder. So, some things just don't change. And as I said, Ford recall is job one, and it continues to be true. So hate to bash them, but they earned the badge, folks. They earned the badge. Okay, so let's talk about what's been going on at the auto auctions. So my buddies at the auto auctions are seeing more and more cars come through, basically trade-ins from the franchise dealers that are looking to unload them. So what's happening is they're starting to see people who bought or overpaid and overextended themselves during the pandemic and bought a luxury car or a high-end car, and their payments are through the roof, and now they're at a point where they can't make those payments anymore. So instead of being repossessed, these financial fools have decided to trade the car in, get a car with a lower monthly payment, and move forward and refinance it or finance whatever was left on the old one and roll it into the new one, hopefully downgrade into something that's more reasonable that they can pay on a monthly basis. So that's what's happening. I told you about 3 weeks ago, the repos are still surging, and actually the repos that are happening now is, the main, the prime lenders. It's not the subprime. About 6 months ago, it was the subprime. Now it's hitting the prime people, and that's just an indication of things not going well for the consumer. So there's some tidbits in the car industry there. So be aware what's going on, because also what's happening, and I'm also hearing Ford. There's a lot of trucks on the lots, on the dealer lots around here, new trucks, and that's because Ford has been churning out pickup trucks left and right because they have a potential strike coming at some of their their production people. So they've been churning them out in anticipation if they go into a strike, they'll still have merchandise to sell. So that's why you're seeing a lot of pickup trucks at the dealers right now. So they've been beefing that up in anticipation of a potential labor strike. There's always a reason for everything, folks. Always a reason for everything. Let's talk about CDs, right? Hey, I just got some CDs, and Janet Yellen has been making some weird statements in the press. I won't go over them here, but she's basically trying to gloss over that, any of the Fed policies are going to contribute to the downfall of the banks in the upcoming months. She doesn't want to acknowledge that there is going to be bank mergers, and just so you guys know, when two banks merge, it's not a good thing for the consumer, because our economy runs off money supply, right? It's called M2. And the banks are a big producer of M2 supply. So when you put your money in a bank turns it into multiple revenue streams and helps manufacture more money. So now if you've got less banks, you've got less people producing M2 money supply, which drives the economy. So by the fact that banks are going under and merging with other ones, we're actually doing ourselves a disservice, because we're just limiting the amount of M2 that can be created going forward. So that's why it's bad. I just got some more CDs late last week. 5.3, folks. Banks were paying 5.3% for a 30-day CD through my friendly friends at Charles Schwab on my brokerage account. So I continue to go with those CDs, because there's some risk, but they're FDIC insured ultimately. And I will admit some of the banks that are looking for money on Charles Schwab are having liquidity crunches. According to my friends at Weiss Ratings, WEISS ratings.com, check that out before you do anything with a bank. You might be surprised how poorly some banks are these days. But anyway, so there you go. There are ways you can make money. There are ways you can make money, and there are ways you can get good interest rates. You just got to know where to get them and how. And that's what my job is here, is to tell you guys, get your CDs and make sure you get a brokerage account through Fidelity, Schwab, wherever. I'm not going to tell you where. But anyway, get a brokerage account, and you're going to get around these banks that are requiring you to have a 7-month or 11-month CD in order to get 5%. No, you can get 5% or more right now with a 30-day CD through a CD exchange. So, and that's with the big boys, right? You'd have to be with some type of brokerage account or brokerage firm, such as Schwab or Fidelity. So there you go. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I got a couple more. We'll have some more car videos in a week or two. I'm not sure. We might be going to a car show today. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, it's all about cars and food in the summer. And we'll throw in some slots too. Check out Susie Q Slots videos that have been dropping. I think we got a couple of more. She loves to play slots, and we're gonna do some slot parlor stuff. We're gonna go out to some of the local slot parlors and try our luck there too. So be looking for that. Hey, as we're heading towards July 4th, have a great holiday, and I hope you'll be hearing from me, but have a great holiday and enjoy the time off, and stay strong, and we're gonna see ya.